Click the link in the description for your free AMSOIL catalog. Before we get started, I'd like to give a quick shout out to some of our friends. The Eastern Snowmobile Racing Hall of Fame. Search for them on Facebook. Central Minnesota Pond Racing, some of the best vintage snowmobile racing in the Midwest. Crane's Snowmobile Museum, 172 Main Street in Lancaster, New Hampshire. The Vintage Snowmobile Club of America Quarterly Magazine. The New Hampshire Snowmobile Museum at Bear Brook State Park in Allenstown, New Hampshire. The Benedim YouTube channel, some of the best vintage snowmobile videos on YouTube. Ben's Vintage Mini Bike Podcast, the second Sunday of every month at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. The Muscle Car Show and Tell Podcast, every Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Second Chance Upholstery and Automotive, custom snowmobile and automotive upholstery in Derby, Vermont. I am your independent AMSOIL dealer. Click the link in the description for your free AMSOIL catalog. Lastly, if you decide to advertise with the Vintage Snowmobile Podcast, this could be part of your advertising message. Well, good evening and Happy New Year. Welcome to the podcast. I'm really glad you're here. Now, as usual, I have a robust lineup of vintage snowmobile entertainment on tap for you tonight. But before we get into all of that, I want to make sure that everything is working properly. So, if you can see my face and hear my voice, I'm going to ask you to leave a comment. Please let me know where you're viewing this from and whether you are a first-time viewer or a regular viewer. Now, to our first-time viewers, if this is your first time viewing the podcast tonight, I hope you have a good time with us, and I hope you decide to join us here each and every Thursday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Now, pardon me, this podcast simulcasts to 8 different places across Facebook and YouTube. So wherever you're viewing this right now, just circle back in 1 week's time, and we'll be waiting for you with another fun-filled episode. Now, to our regular viewers who are here week after week, month after month, and season after season, you are the ones who make this possible, and we really, really appreciate that. We've got comments aplenty coming in. Let's take a few, and then we'll get this party started. Let's see. Oh, good. Our friend Ben from Vintage Mini Bike Lovers. We collaborate with him on a Vintage Mini Bike Podcast, second Sunday of every month, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, right here on this channel and a few others. He says, good evening, loud and clear here in Carterville, New York. Looking forward to another fun-filled episode. Awesome. Thank you for being here. We appreciate that. Sterling Icelip is here saying, let's see some Mercs. I don't know if we have Mercs tonight, but, well, we might have one or two, but we'll do our best. And if not, we'll deliver for you next time for sure. Chroma Testing is here saying Happy New Year, and to you as well. Thank you. Our good friend Dave Lowry is here. Hello from Alberta, Canada. Happy New Year, everyone. Great to see you, and thank you for that. Also, our good friend Rich Shad from Cleveland, New York. Regular viewer says loud and clear tonight. Happy New Year to everyone. Praying for snow for our upcoming vintage ride on the 24th of January. Outstanding. And Rich, while you're at it, in the comments, please leave some details as far as the where, the when, and those kind of details, and we'll give you guys a shout out for that event. Our good friend Glenn Ford is here tonight. We're going to be playing one of his video clips a little later. Thank you for being here. Appreciate that. Our good friend and regular viewer Mike Whiteside is here saying good evening to everyone. And from Hank the Wonder Lab. Cool deal. It's always good to have Hank the Wonder Lab here in the house. Joe Zenert is here tuning in from Wisconsin. Great to see you, Joe. Our good friend Ivan Mayo is here saying hello loud and clear from Sudbury, Ontario. Nice to see you. Our good friend Jim Holbrook is here from Thetford Center, Vermont, regular viewer, loud and clear, he says, and we've got a video clip from him as well. In fact, he came through for us with a big favor. I was hoping to go to that Washington show last weekend in Washington, Vermont. I was under the weather, couldn't do it, but he went, and he got some video footage for us. We'll take a look at that a little later. Our good friends and viewers from the very beginning, Stacy and Art Fosler, are here from Plattsburgh, New York, wishing us a happy new year, and to you as well. Thank you so much. A Mad Dog is here. Randy from No Snow, Muddy, Wisconsin. Good evening. Happy New Year. Sorry you're not having any snow out there. Hopefully that changes for you real soon. John Spranger Jr., our good friend and viewer from the very beginning. Good evening from Elon, Wisconsin. He says, great to see you. Our good friend Steve Woodward is here saying good evening. Great to see you. Bill Harris saying hello from Central Michigan. First time watching. Well, nice to meet you. Oh, Biff Harris. Biff Harris, yes. Nice to meet you, Biff. And thank you for joining us. Hope you have a good time with us tonight, because we do this every Thursday night. We'd love to see you be a regular. We've got a lot of regulars on here. And yeah, that would be great. Cat Dudes is here. I love that cat head right there. Hello from Michigan, regular viewer, but it's been since last season since I've been able to tune in. Well, it's nice to have you back. And again, love that cat logo. I'm a cat guy, and that cat logo makes my heart go pitter patter. Todd McMillan here saying, he's here from Madoc, Ontario. Nice to see you, Todd. Just a few more here, and we'll bring our guests on and get the party started. Jeffrey Kuntz is here, Saskatchewan, Canada. Nice to see you. Our good friend Josh Leverker is here, regular viewer from Turin, New York. Nice to see you, Josh. Happy New Year. Andrew Strakos from Granville, New York is here. Nice to see you, Andrew. And our good friend David from Alaska Railroad is here saying good evening, Mike and members. Well, thank you for that. So nice to have all these friends in the house. Let's look at our friends here tonight. We've got Robert and Midge here. Gentlemen, how are we doing?
Good.
How you doing, Midge? Is he locked up? I think he might be froze. Yeah, Midge might be froze, but once he realizes that, hopefully he'll log out and back in. And if we were just talking backstage how there's no gremlins tonight, but I think no sooner do you speak that they appear. But anyway, the show must go on. The reason we're all here tonight is our good friend Robert Tetreault, the gentleman in the middle. He's putting on a vintage snowmobile show at the end of this month in Newport Ctr, Vermont. And do you want to tell us about that real quick, Robert?
Well, actually, it's a vintage show where the Snowmobile Club, the country riders here, we have a hot dogs and a bonfire and soups and stuff, which is all free to anyone. And the snowmobile show, there's first, second, third place, and all are in your different categories of classes, I should say. And we always try to do at least a 10, 15 mile ride after the show, after the judging and stuff, if anybody wants to ride. So yeah.
Nice. And I think it's your 5th annual, isn't it?
Yeah, it's our 5th one there. And every year it's bigger and bigger there. So
yes, gets better every year for sure. And I've got a graphic here with some details on it. And January 31st, Newport Ctr, Vermont, right off Route 100 on Tetreault Road. It's a great show. So if you're in the area, please join us. I'm sure planning to go. I think I've been to every one you've had, and it's a whole lot of fun.
And if it's cold, I mean, if the food and everything's in my shop, so I mean, for little kids, older people, if you're cold, go inside and warm up, and there's no reason to be cold. Put it that way.
Yes, and that makes it nice that there's an option. You know, if someone's getting cold or doesn't want to be outside, you can go in and warm up and
sit down.
There's plenty of space in there, and and your wife makes some excellent chili, by the way.
Oh yeah, thank you.
Yeah. And then Mike Bartlett is here from Durhamville, New York. Cool deal. Oh, and I have to give a shout out to your wife Brenda, because she and my girlfriend have been friends since they were little kids. So that's really cool. So we want to give her a big shout out, Brenda. Well, cool. So with that out of the way, I've got video clips from this show we've been talking about. We're talking about the show in Newport Ctr, Vermont. It's happening January 31st. Let me pull up a video clip here. And rather than talk about it, let's take a look. Well, good morning, friends. Here we are, Newport Ctr, Vermont, for the 4th annual Vintage Snowmobile Show. This show is put on by the Country Riders Snowmobile Club and the Tetreault family. That was Robert Tetreault you just saw a moment ago on that John Deere. Nothing runs like a deer, as you can see. Oh, I don't know if we can still see him. There we go. He's off. He's coming back, I think. Parking it in a line, I think. But anyway, I digress. So yeah, beautiful Saturday morning. A little cold, but the sun is out. It's going to warm up nice. That's probably a little after 10 right now. I'm going to just do a walk down to the sleds here and see what we've got. Yeah, These older sleds are from the Field collection, Reg and Dan Field. I was speaking with them earlier, hoping to catch them for an interview at some point. But they like those older sleds, and they are in beautiful condition. And yeah, we'll catch up with them for interviews a little later. Just really beautiful examples. Thanks. How you doing? And this is the 80 to 94 class. Got some cool sleds here. Lots of memories. Now there's a cool sled over there, a modern sled, a Yamaha. It's a modern SRX, and it's done up with the retro graphics that look a little bit like this. We'll go look at that later. But I guess you get a lot of aftermarket go fast stuff on there. I don't know, maybe close to 300 horsepower or something on a snowmobile. They say it's crazy fast. We'll go look at it here after we do this line. And we'll try to catch up with some of these folks for interviews in a little while. But yeah, some really nice examples here. John Deere is very well represented. The Tetreaults are a quote-unquote John Deere family. Were on the site of an actual John Deere dealership that they used to own back in the 70s. And they used to sell John Deere snowmobiles out of here. Oh yes, now this is a sled owned by Ray Parento. He was telling me about it. I have not seen this sled yet, but I am very impressed. We're going to try to catch up with him for an interview later. Beautiful. Yeah, that is something. And of course, this is one of his sleds as well. He's a Rupp guy. Most of his sleds are Rupps. He also has a trail twister. I don't know that that's here or not, but the John Deere. Beautiful late 70s styling. And of course, this one belongs to my good friend Mark Bristol. And he's got that cat over on the end we're going to look at in a minute. I think this is another one of Ray Parento's Rupps. And this one as well. And I think this is a new acquisition to his collection. I don't recall seeing this. But these are, and his sleds are always in perfect, immaculate collection. He really likes his sleds to be perfect. And it's hard to argue that they are, or that they are not. How would you say that? Anyway, these sleds are perfection is what I'm trying to say. Yeah, Yamaha is well represented here today too, with quite a few 433s. There's an Elan. And this is Mark Bristol's Puma. This has been raced back in the year. This has some racing history. And the Elan with the saddlebags. And then I'm going to take a look at that SRS with the retro graphics. They did a really good job with this, Yamaha did, trying to harken back to the retro vibe of the SRX of the early 80s. Look at that. Is that some eye candy? Or is that some eye candy right there? So as you're viewing this for a modern sled, do you feel like this takes you back to those amazing SRXs of the early 80s? Do you feel like it takes you back? Do you feel that they... what am I trying to say? Do you feel that they did justice to that sled? They were trying to honor that sled and remember that sled, and I sure feel like it. It sure reminds me of it with a modern twist. You gotta love those gold arms. And then these, I think Firecats mostly. If you watched the podcast a little while back with Robert, he was talking about how he runs Amsoil on all three of these sleds. And he's very happy with Amsoil. But yeah, that's a quick walk around. People are still showing up. But I'm going to pause this for a bit, and we're going to come back and try to get a few interviews and look at some more sleds that have come in. But that's a quick walk around of the show as far as what we have so far. There's a sled up on the hill. I think it's a John Deere that's about to come down. Maybe we can get some footage of that as they cross the road. Here we come. Yeah, there's another John Deere.
I did. You guys did good.
Hey, Dan.
How you doing? How are you?
Good. We'll catch up with you in a bit for an interview.
Sounds good.
Cool. There we go. John Deere.
John Deere country here.
Yes.
Another one coming down the hill. That's that cross country cat coming down the hill.
Oh, nice. Here we go. This is where all the good ones are coming from, huh? The cross-country cat you're telling me about? There we go. Yes.
Actually, they made like 600 of them.
Wow. Limited production.
Yeah. And the one behind it, too, was a 340 cross country cat, which was a 3-air.
Oh, yes. Yeah. I see the openings there.
Basically, a 600. Almost 600 of those made.
Wow.
It's too bad where he found them. They were sitting on the stone wall.
Wow.
Really? Yeah. I mean, what a front. The guy's got bang and everything. I love it.
So, yeah, there you go. Good times in Newport Ctr, Vermont at the Vintage Snowmobile Show put on by the Tetreault family and the Country Riders Snowmobile Club. Any comments with that, Robert?
No, well, right there, it don't look like there was many there, but we ended up with, we had close to 100 sleds there.
Yes.
By the time people finally all showed up and stuff there, I mean, there was a guy that come from Bridgeport, Vermont, and yeah, they come from quite a ways away. My uncle there, he was from Grantham, New Hampshire. He'd come with a bunch. And, yeah.
Yes. It's true because it probably more than doubled of what I just walked around with here at the beginning.
Yeah.
It easily doubled that by the time they were done. And then this is your brother's sled, right? Is this Larry's sled?
Yeah. Yeah,
that is
that is three. Then the one beside it is his boy's Sidewinder, and then the one beside that is his wife's Thundercat. So, and they're both them two them Sidewinders are over 300 horse. They're pretty fast. They're really fast.
That's insane.
Yeah.
And what do you think, Mitch? Do you feel like this harkens back to the SRX from the early 80s?
Yeah, it's a beautiful sled.
Nice job with it. Yeah.
I love that gold and black graphic that they put on that. It's very striking.
Yes.
Yeah.
For sure.
Another thing too with that show, there wasn't every single sled was in perfect, pristine condition. How many shows have you ever walked around in, Mike? One, look at that.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've ever seen a show where every single sled is in perfect. They've all been perfectly restored. They're super clean. It's you don't see that very often. I mean, when you go to a show, once in a while somebody pulls in there with a vintage sled, but it's one that they've it's an everyday sled, and it's got some wear and tear on it, but they stick it in there anyway because maybe it's a rare sled or something like that. But
sure,
yeah,
they're trying to go for the original quote unquote patina, which is fine,
Yeah. But you didn't get that here. Everything is like brand new.
Yeah, I have to say the quality of the collectors and the pieces they bring are really, really high at this show.
Very high.
Yes, and if you're just joining us, we're here with Robert Tetreault, that gentleman in the middle there. He's putting on a vintage snowmobile show at the end of the month, January 31st. Let me pop a graphic. And do you want to give a quick plug for that, Robert, while we're doing this?
Well, like I said, I mean, we have a bonfire. We have a bonfire outside the shop there, and we have hot dogs and soups and chilies, and which is all free to anybody that comes. And we do a 50-50, and plus I get a bunch of door prizes from all the area businesses, and we'll raffle them off there. We'll pull the tickets until them are all gone. And we must have 15, 20 donation things there, like gift cards and stuff like that. Yeah,
nice. For a lot of local businesses.
Yeah.
There's some nice gifts there too, for sure.
Yeah.
And then also this weekend, the snowmobile club that you're associated with in putting on this show, you've got something going on this weekend too. Did you want to talk that up real quick?
Yeah, it's our 50th anniversary there. It's at the American Legion in North Troy, and there again, that's as it says on there, it's all past and present vast members, and that's free also. And we have a band, and I imagine we'll be giving out awards and stuff because we're trying to get a lot of the old original people that are still alive that started the club to be there. Yeah. And past presidents, and so it should be a good time.
That sounds awesome. Yeah, for sure. And then we've got some comments coming in here. Let's take a look. Okay. Oh, now we were talking with Rich Shad earlier. He's talking about that event he's got coming up. It's January 24th, North Shore Vintage Sleds. They're doing a vintage ride in West Monroe, New York, approximately a 25-mile ride. There's a flyer available on the North Shore Vintage Sleds Facebook group. So if you're curious about that at all, just search for North Shore Vintage Sleds on Facebook. You'll be able to find that group and get all the details. And if you're in that area, it's definitely a show worth checking out. Also, our good friend Biff Harris is saying, nice looking sleds. Cool deal. Thank you, Biff. We appreciate that. Joe Zienert likes that Rupp 3D. And is my computer locking up here? What's going on? Just when we thought we were safe from the gremlins. Yeah, my computer's locking up a little bit. Can you guys still hear me?
Oh, yeah, you're good.
Okay, good. Because I'm trying to pop a different comment on the screen, and it's taking a minute. But but yeah, Joe Zienert was commenting, and it's not showing it to me. But also Mike Whiteside is making comments. Oh, okay, let me go back. Joe Zienert is commenting on that Rupp 3D that's owned by Ray Parento. But let me see if I can go back for a second look on that. I don't know if it's going to let me. Something's going on with this computer. It's freezing up on me a little bit. Mike Whiteside says the crunching sound as I walk. He says, is that the sound the snow makes? It's been a long time since he's heard that. Yeah, it was a little cold that morning. And so it was crunching when I was walking for sure. But, and then Biff Harris says he loves that SRX. Cool deal. That's a hard sled not to like. Very distinctive. David from Alaska Road says many nice sleds there. Ray's Magnum is amazing. Yes. All of his collection is amazing. And you've probably been to his house too, Robert. I know I've been there a few times to video, and you've probably been to his house. He's got a serious collection there.
8-10 sleds anyway.
Yes, and they're all pristine. And
oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's got a serious collection. Now, Ben from Vintage Mini Bike Lovers says, always enjoy seeing all these great-looking sleds. One downside is the list of sleds wouldn't mind owning as – he says the list of sleds he wouldn't mind owning has grown tremendously while watching this podcast. Yes, true. For a lot of eye candy there. Sometimes I have to wear a bib because you're drooling looking at all these beautiful sleds. Dave Lowry says the Rupp 3 Dimension, never heard of it. In a minute, I'm going to go back to that in a second because I had a lot of people commenting on it. Our good friend Brian Van Haverbeek is here from Ontario, Canada. Says, good evening, guys. Hope you're enjoying your holiday. Yes, for sure. This is, for some reason, my computer is going slow tonight. Well, come on now. Maybe if I blow on the screen, it'll go faster. Yeah. It's funny, backstage we were just commenting on it. It didn't seem like there were any gremlins tonight, and now they're back. Danny Carruthers says hello from Quebec. And if you're friends with him on Facebook, he has a lot of really cool videos, vintage snowmobile videos on his Facebook page or Facebook profile. And something's going on with his computer tonight. I don't know. But I'm going to see if it'll let me take one last look here at that Rupp 3D. That's it right there. Okay.
Yep.
Okay, here we go. And and Midge had logged off and back on, and the gremlins are back tonight, Midge. We were just commenting backstage.
I shouldn't have said anything.
Yeah.
we jinxed ourselves. Crazy.
Yeah.
All right, well, let me pull this away because we've got a couple of quick announcements, and we're going to get right back into it. There's a vintage snowmobile show out in Bloomer, Wisconsin. Here are the details for it. That's coming up in a couple of weeks, January 24th. If you're in that area, do check that out. And we thank Crystal Erickson for sending that to us. And also, I want to thank our viewers. One of the things I really like about this podcast is we're becoming a place where people can go to look at what's happening all across the snow belt with vintage snowmobile shows, races, events, things like that. And that is coming together very nicely because I've got some video clips we're going to look at from some of our viewers who have sent us video clips. And I encourage anyone viewing this, if you're going to vintage snowmobile shows or if you have vintage snowmobiles at your house, please take a quick video and send it to us. We'd love to share it with you. So it's something we can all enjoy here on the podcast. And if you do take a video, I ask you to please, if you possibly can, hold the camera horizontal like this for a wide shot because it's very difficult to work with vertical footage. It can be done, but it doesn't look as good as horizontal footage. But let's see. First clip, we've got our good friend Glenn Ford, who's viewing tonight. He sent me a video of his moto ski collection. So let's take a look at that. And I purposely didn't put any music under this so we can react to it. So Midge and Robert, if you have any comments or anything about this.
Oh, I had one of them. That first one.
Nice.
75.
Nice. And I think he's got them in chronological order here, too. I think he's going from new to old as we're going right to left here.
That is one heck of a collection.
Yes.
Wow.
And I had a chance to run into Glenn a few years ago in Old Forge, New York at the National Show. And I think many of these sleds were there that weekend.
Yeah.
So, yeah, thank you so much to Glenn Ford. We appreciate that.
Great.
Nice looking collection there. And we've got some more video clips. Okay, Jim Holbrook, our good friend Jim Holbrook. Now, he's a fellow Vermonter. And like I said earlier, he did us a favor because I was hoping to go to that Washington, Vermont Vintage Snowmobile show this past weekend, but I was under the weather, couldn't do it. He was there and he took some video footage. So we're going to take a look at that. And we thank you, Jim, for coming through with that footage for us. This is a graphic for that show. There's no music under this either, so if anyone wants to comment, feel free. I think this might have been the 10th annual show for the Washington show as well. And that is a show that's gotten bigger and better every year. Very well attended. A lot of great collectors bringing some really nice sleds there. And somebody was saying that Vermont Governor Phil Scott was there. And he was there a few years ago, and I managed to catch an interview with him. And because he's not far from the state, this show is not far from the state capitol. Now that red sled with the yellow seat, anybody know what that is?
No.
No idea what that is.
Yeah. Hopefully one of our viewers will have an answer for us. Now it says on the front there, let's see if I can pause it.
Yeah. Something cat.
Yeah, a cart, snow cart maybe, or ski cart.
Dart.
Or,
Yeah.
dart.
Snow dart.
Okay.
Yeah.
Snow dart.
Yeah.
Wow.
Looks like the front of a 1954 International pickup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, we thank Jim for getting this footage because I wasn't able to make it, and I always like to go get footage there.
Yeah, that's a big show.
Yeah.
That might even be
That's
the
a
biggest show
huge
in the
show.
state.
I went
might
there
be
a
the
couple
biggest-
of years with Bob Clark.
Yeah.
And Bob lives in Barrie, right next door.
Yeah, this might be the biggest vintage snowmobile show in the state of Vermont.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think so.
Did you go to this show, Robert?
Not this year, but last year I did with Raymond.
Okay. I was wondering if that was your deer right there.
No, I went with Raymond last year.
Sure.
I had a funeral. I had a funeral and the birthday party this Saturday.
Yes.
So. Kawasaki's too.
Yes. Those might be Doug Cowers, but I'm not sure. And then at the end here, he managed to catch up with Ray Parento for a visit, and he recognized Ray from the podcast and said hi to him. We got some cool shots of Ray here. Ray is the one that owns those Rups. That Rup 3D we were looking at earlier, he's the guy.
Yeah.
He's a serious Rup collector.
He is.
Yeah, and a hell of a good guy.
Nice guy too, yeah.
Yes. And I know you're good friends with him too, Robert, right?
Oh, yeah. I've known him since high school.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
That's cool. Very cool. So, yeah, thank you so much to Jim Holbrook for that footage. We really, really appreciate that. And I want to encourage other viewers, if you're going to any kind of vintage snowmobile events, please get some footage for us. Whether it's footage or stills, whatever you can get, please try to get some content for us. We can share it on the podcast here for all of us to enjoy. And I want this podcast to be the place where we can all turn to see what's going on in the vintage snowmobile hobby all across the snow belt. It's nice that we're getting stuff from the Northeast, but I like to get stuff from the Midwest and the West. And if you're taking footage, please hold your camera horizontal like this for a wide shot. And we've got one more video clip here. Our good friend Midnight Rider has got some footage of his Diablo. Let's take a look at that. He's going to drag. There he is, Midnight Rider. Yeah. He's one of our regular viewers, and we really appreciate that. And I think he's out in either Minnesota or Wisconsin, I think. But reactions to that, guys?
Yeah, I'd say by the way the front of his machine was bouncing up and down, it really needed to have a little grooming there.
Oh, yes, yeah.
It's a good thing he was pulling that drag.
Yes.
So, yeah, the trail looked a little rough.
Yeah.
Looked like the old days, Mike.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, there's a drag right there.
Yeah.
And what do you think, Robert? Reactions to that?
Hey, ain't much of a drag, but it'll get the knobs off.
Yes. That's state of the art for 1965.
Yeah.
Right.
I remember seeing people doing that with, big pieces of lumber,
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Bed springs work.
Yes. Or a pallet.
Throw a rock on a little bed spring, go with it.
Yes. So we'll get back to the program here. Actually, we got a couple quick comments. We've got trying to find my place here. Oh, we've got a ton of comments coming in. Here we go. Joe Zenert said the 3D was a 1-year Snow Pro sled. That was that Rupp. Okay. Joe Zenert also says 1974. Nice for that 3D Rupp. Ivan Mayo says the Rupp 3D was a 74 Snow Pro sled driven by Gene Bloom. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
I love the immediacy of this, of getting all this information, this
That's
feedback
cool.
and information.
Yeah.
Mike Whiteside says excellent turnout for that Vintage Snowmobile show in Washington. Yes. Like I said, that might be the biggest show in the state. Here we go. Our good friend John Spranger Jr. says the Vintage World Championship snowmobile race is this weekend at Eagle
This
River.
weekend. Yeah.
Excellent. Yeah, thank you for that, John. We appreciate that. And John's a good friend. He's been a viewer from this podcast from the very beginning, and we really appreciate that.
Yeah.
And Jim Gauchione is here saying, "Good eyes, Midge." Yes, catching all these details. And David from Alaska Railroad says that snow dart is made by Frederick Willys. Could that be the same Willys as Willys Jeep? I wonder if there's any connection there. I could be all wet on that, but the first thing that came to mind. Now, Brian Van Haverbeek says we've got a great show in Ontario, and we usually get just over 100 sleds on display. Nice. And, Danny Carruthers says, any from Quebec. I would be willing to bet that some of those Washington sleds had come down from Quebec that day.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Canadians.
And we would love to have you on the podcast sometime, Danny, because I know you've got a great collection and you've got a lot of nice video clips that would be fun to share on here. I especially liked his Christmas clips. If you're friends with him on Facebook, look up his name, Danny Carruthers. He's got some excellent video clips, a lot of ski-doos, and he did a lot of nice Christmas videos. Very cool. So get right back into it here. We're here because our good friend here, Robert Tetreault in the middle, he's hosting a Vintage Snowmobile show at the end of the month. I'm going to pop a graphic on the screen, and we're looking at video clips from that show. So let me load up another one here. And let's see. Okay, we're going to look at Greg Starr and his Yamaha.
You feel like talking that up on the camera?
Greg Starr, this is a 1974 Yamaha GPX 433. Got it about 2 years ago. Needed some work. It was kind of rusty on the tunnel and stuff, and the skis were kind of rough, so I painted those up, and there were some dents and things in the hood, and we fixed that up. So now she's this is actually kind of in showroom condition.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Very nice. I'm going to take a quick walk around it. And yeah, little trip down memory lane.
And I believe it's to get them away from
Very nice. Well, I appreciate that.
Yeah, thank you.
Do you have other sleds here too? Or?
And this one was pretty much as you see it. I mean, I've got a little bit more work to do on it, but it's in pretty good shape. It had been stored for several years. It was covered up with a kind of a tarp in a guy's garage. So he had this one, and he had a 78 or 340 Exciter. But I like the black. I like the black color, so I ended up buying this one. In pretty good shape. Runs good. Low miles on it. I think you can only get like 2,200 miles on it.
2,200, you say?
2,200.
Very nice.
That's a beauty.
Yeah, very nice, Greg. Yes, please. Excellent. Well, thank you, Greg. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Very nice to meet you.
You too. Thanks.
Cool, yeah, good times at the Vintage Snowmobile Show in Newport Ctr, Vermont. And that show is coming up here at the end of this month, January 31st. And our good friend Robert Tetreault, the gentleman in the center there, is the host of that show. I'm going to pop a graphic on the screen, Robert, if you want to give us a quick recap on that.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, like I said, we have a bonfire, and then we have hot dogs and chilies and soups and place to sit inside the shop and stuff. So I mean, you don't have to be cold or nothing. I mean, and Yeah, and it's all free as far as the food and that stuff goes. And their categories, it's restored, unrestored, first, second, third, and I got trophies. Then we have a bunch of donation stuff that we do tickets on. That if you buy the tickets while you're here, and we draw them, and like I said, must have 15, 20 door prizes and different things. And then we do a ride. I do at least a 10-mile loop ride if the snow's good anyway. But yeah, we usually do every year.
Nice. Yeah, and
Very
this is
nice.
the 5th annual, and it gets better every year.
Yeah.
Yeah, a really nice show.
Mhm.
And then I like you don't see people doing this with modern sleds.
No. No.
But
That's why they
anything
have
that catch-
reverse.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anything catch your eye on this, Midge?
Oh, just a beautiful sled. You know, it's a shame Yamaha backed out of the snowmobile business because they really had something to offer there.
Yeah.
Yes.
But, you know, it just, it's the way it is. Just,
Yeah.
same as automobiles back in the day, you know, we lost Packard and all the big name automobiles of the 30s and 40s, and they just went by the wayside, not because they weren't, you know, because they weren't a good car, because they just didn't make a go of it. It's too bad.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Pontiac and Oldsmobile, same thing. Yeah.
Oldsmobile's
Yeah.
gone. Yeah.
Pontiac.
Saab.
Pontiac's gone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lately. Yeah.
Yeah.
Studebaker back. You know, DeSoto.
Yeah.
A lot of them.
And then where we're going today, I venture a guess that in the next couple of years we'll see some attrition on some of our current manufacturers too. Some of them are really in
Yeah.
trouble.
Yeah.
But I wanted
Yeah.
to pause right here because the gentleman giving us the thumbs up is our good friend Steve Bushway.
Yes.
He it was kind of cool. He walked by with a big thumbs up here while we were filming. Let me go back and replay that.
Kind of rough, so it painted those up, and there were some dents and things in the hood.
Yeah. So I think all three of us know him, Steve Bushway. He goes to most of the shows in northern Vermont, New Hampshire.
Yeah.
Yeah, good guy. Good guy.
Good guy.
Well, cool. So let's remove this and we'll keep on going because we got more clips than we have time. So let's see if we get another clip here. Here's what we were just talking about, Ray Parento. Let's take a look here. We're all three of us are good friends with him. He's a great guy.
Yeah, so what we got here is a 75 Rupp Nitro 2. I didn't restore this sled. I acquired it basically the way it is. A gentleman in Glens Falls, New York had it, and I gave him a call, and I bought it. He told me on the phone, he said, I just want you to be clear what you're getting. I said, well, okay. He goes, this is a sled that this gentleman built out of NOS parts. So as you can see, it's pretty clean. This would have been a family-owned sled. It's not a performance sled. This is like what Mom and Pop would have had on Saturday. But if you want to come see it,
Yes.
he did a really nice job on this thing. The skid on it is basically new. It's got a new track on it. The gauges were new, as you can see. It's only got 1 mile on it. I put that on it.
Wow.
You can tell, for example, this is a second-hand dash here because you can see where the rope would come there.
Yeah.
So that is something that I did notice. But this thing is pretty pristine.
Yeah.
They made this thing in a 340 and a 440. This is a Kohler fan engine. And it was a really popular sled in its day. Really went pretty well. And I don't really know much more about it than that.
Well, that's awesome. I appreciate it.
Sure.
So yeah, our good friend Ray Parento right there. Reactions to that, guys?
That's just another beautiful sled in Ray's collection. You know,
Yes.
there's not a speck of dirt.
Oh,
There's not so much as a dead bug anywhere on those sleds, let me tell you.
It's true.
Yeah,
You could
no
eat off
spider
those
webs
sleds.
on those things.
No. He's got a very impressive collection, and everything
Sure
he's got
does.
is pristine.
Yeah.
And I also, and go ahead, Robert, did you have reactions to this?
no, does have some nice stuff. Got some nice old cars too.
Yes, he sure does.
Yeah.
Mopar guy, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we featured his Mopars on the Muscle Car podcast we do too. And I wanted to show something real quick. Let's see if I can find. Okay, here we go. So in the background there
Mark
is a
Bristol.
friend of all of ours, Mark Bristol.
Oh yes.
Yeah, good
Yeah.
friend of all of ours, and he and Ray are good friends. And that Snowjet is his. That Snowjet off to the side there is Mark's, and we may even have an interview with Mark a little later here. In fact,
Yeah.
let me pull this away and see if I think I have a interview with Mark. He's got some serious sleds as well. He's a serious collector too.
Yes.
Yeah. Let's take a look here. We'll transition right into it here.
My name's Mark Bristol. We're at a snowmobile show in Newport Ctr. And Mike is talking to me about just kind of showing you this cat we got here. It's a 1971 Attic Cat Z, 292. Dual carbs, stinger pipes. And they made 96 of them. This is number 88, I believe.
88. Wow.
At least they don't have wooden skis, right?
So it's pretty much new.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Like I said, crossover pipes, dual carbs. They're offset too, because they had a special kit for that.
Oh yes, yeah. Very
I've
nice.
actually never seen another one.
Wow,
Honestly.
that rare.
Yeah.
That's cool.
There is somebody in Massachusetts that has an actual motor, an engine for one.
Wow.
But yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Well, good. Well, thank you, Mark.
This one here is a 77 Kawasaki Snowjet 340 SST. Actually, the story behind this one is a buddy of mine. There was an Invader I was interested in, and he knew where there was an Invader sitting. So we went there, and there was a pair of these here also. They were sitting out in the woods. And this was actually covered in like green moss. The whole thing was. So if you were to look at it, it didn't look like much.
Sure.
So I ended up buying them both, and I just cleaned this one up. All I did was clean it.
Nice.
And them skids.
Let's see what we got over here. Of course, that's our good friend Ray Parento over there.
Making all that noise.
Yes. That's great
About
sled.
this one. Pretty much it.
Very cool.
Take it trail riding some.
Come around this side of it here. Is it possible to lift the hood on that?
Oh, sure.
When they built them, they raced them in 3 classes.
Pretty much stock.
Yeah.
Haven't done much to it at all.
Very nice.
Like I said, the engine came out, and that's been gone through. That's
Sure.
it.
Very nice. Well, cool. Thank you, Mark.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mark Bristol right there, a friend of all of ours.
He's got a couple of nice ones there, and he's got Steve Fenoff's 71 EXD Special that
Yes.
won the Kilkenny Cup here in Lancaster in 1971. In the
Yes, and he's
340
brought
class,
that-
he beat Bob Fortin and all the factory teams with it.
Yes, he brings that to the Crane Show quite often.
Yes, yeah. And Steve Fenoff is in the Hall of Fame now. So
Yes.
yeah,
Great guy, Steve Fenoff. Yes.
yeah.
And of course, that was Ray Parento starting up that 3D over there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bill Alpha still races ROPS at Eagle River.
Yes.
So
yeah, I think he's been doing 26 years or something.
Yeah,
go ahead.
and he does very well with them. They're still viable.
Yes.
Yeah, they're still competitive.
Yes.
All these years.
Yep. And anything to add to that, Robert?
No, it's just
It's a lot of nice sleds come to this show. It maybe not be the largest show, but man, the quality that comes to the show.
The quality is unmistakable.
Yes.
Yeah.
Second to none. Yeah, and it's a great show. It gets better every year, and yeah, we'll hope you join us. Let me pop the graphic. January 31st in Newport Ctr, Vermont, right off Route 100 on Tetreault Road. Hope you'll join us. It's an excellent show. And our good friend in the center here, Robert, is the guy who hosts that show. And in the time we've got left, I want to try to play a couple more video clips from that show. These are all clips from last year. What else? Here are some close-ups, walking around doing some close-ups from this show. Yeah, good times at the Newport Ctr, Vermont Vintage Snowmobile Show. Yeah, reactions to that, guys?
That was a beautiful, beautiful shot right there, Mike, of those ROPS.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, and that Magnum belongs to Ray Parento as well. And this is Robert's sled right here, this John Deere.
the liquefiers.
Yeah.
What can you tell us about this sled, Robert?
What's that?
This John Deere. What can you tell us about this sled?
Oh, it's just the way I found it there. I bought it out in Buffalo, New York, from I guess it was the original owner there. It was in the barn out there, and ended up taking the wife to Niagara Falls over the deal.
Nice.
So,
Oh, geez.
it was a plus for everybody. She got
Yes.
a trip to Niagara Falls. She always wanted to go there, and I got my sled. So, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, there's nothing like a little bribery to
Yeah, exactly.
get the women over there. And, you know, in the background, we're going to be buying a sled, but
That's why we're going with the truck.
Yeah.
yeah, that's why we took the pickup. Yeah. I like the windshield on it.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
just the way I got it. That's been a
Yeah.
and I use that's my whenever a vintage rider. I mean, that whole thing goes dependable as heck. I mean, been real
Yeah.
good. Been real.
There's nothing like a nice high windshield to keep the cold wind off your hands and your face. And
Yes. Yeah. Oh, and Brian Van Heverbeek is a cat guy, and he was commenting on that cat, and I wanted to as well because our neighbors had a couple of these when I was a kid. Yes. You've heard me, Midge, talk about Clark.
yeah,
And he was a few years older than I was. I was too young to ride a snowmobile myself, but he was a few years older, and he'd come by on his father's Panther, just like that one, and I'd jump on the back, and we'd ride all day. A lot of wonderful memories on a sled like that, I'll tell you.
Yeah, it's a nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, cool. Let me pull
very
this.
nice snowmobile.
Yes. And let me pull this away. I want to try to play one or two more clips here before we're done. Oh yes. Now I think this is your cousin, Robert, Dan Fields, talking about these sleds here. They bring some really nice sleds to the show
How
every
you
year.
doing? I'm Dan Field from Grantham, New Hampshire. We're here at the Tetreault family and Country Riders Vintage Show. These are my sleds here. I got a 1963 a Skidoo with a Kohler, 7-horse Kohler in it. And it's got some of the accessories on it, accessory bumper and rear bumper, luggage racks, got the saddlebag on the back.
RV.
Got a little toboggan with ice fishing
Oh yes.
memorabilia going on there.
Nice. That takes you back.
Yep. It's a 1964. This has the Rotex. It's got the 9-horse. Virtually basically kind of the same. A little bit different, though. On a 63, the fiberglass hoods were thinner. And if you notice, the dash has more of a slant than the 64. Exhaust goes down through in front of the engine on this one. So on a 64, of course, you had an option, and you also could have an option on the 63. You could get the Rotex engine.
Oh really? One or the other? Yeah.
One or the other, correct. Sure. 64. You could get a Kohler, but it wasn't. Wasn't a big advertised thing, but you could get that. But like I said, this is a 9-horse. The 65, that's an 8-horse, and that has a Kohler. So this is kind of the last of the Kohlers right there. So these came out of Elliott and Hutchins out of Malone, New York, and those were installed there. They weren't installed in Valcourt. But basically, the same steel body. 65. That's the last year of that look. The 66, they had the black seats, stripe around the hood.
Yeah. It's a real treat to see 3 consecutive years side by side like this to really do some detailed comparison.
62 would have been a metal cab. It would have been
metal.
Yes, it would have been metal. Would have been narrower.
Sure.
Would have had a Kohler. Could also have got a JLO engine. Small JLO. But my father has these Polarises. That's a 1964. So this is a Pacer. Has an 8-horse. with an alternator in, so it gives you the headlight. Spring. You can see spring skis.
Is that anywhere? Single track.
Yeah.
They basically call these a sport line models. That's what these are.
They're just riding the north side.
This is also my father's 1964 Voyager, so this is a twin track. It's got a 12-horse
engine in it. But you also could get this in a twin cylinder own an engine.
which would be the same body, style.
I want to see the twin tracks. Yep, please continue. Yeah.
So this is my brother's. It's a 1966 Super Pacer. So also Polaris. Got the 10-horse Kohler. Forward and reverse. Because all three of these have the transmission. Go forward and reverse. So how the Super Pacer came about was in 1964, Polaris built their first front engine machine called a Comet. And it was a disaster. It did not work. Had a terrible track, had terrible clutching. So Polaris had to do something. So they called back. A lot of the machines came back. So they brought them back, and they decided, okay, we're gonna make these rear engine. We're gonna put a rear track system on it. And so that's how the Super Pacer evolved. And they also would have come also with an 8-horse Kohler. These are great little work sleds, or have fun with them. We've been up Mount Washington. This will be 23rd. I think our 23rd year. Tried to make Mount Washington. They're going to be doing that in March. But they got storage compartments. These two have storage compartments in the front. To put things. Hand throttle right here on the dash. Foot operated brake. The Voyager is basically the same way. Not very fast.
Sure.
15 miles an hour. A lot of steel there, but they are definitely a lot of fun to ride.
Very capable in the snow.
Yes, they are.
Nice.
Yep, they are.
Well, cool. Hanging out with Dan Field right there.
Yeah, Dan's got a beautiful collection of old stuff there.
Yes.
And he mentioned that Skidoo coming from Elliot Hutchins in New York, and he said that they put the engines on. They didn't come with the engines from Bombardier. There's a story on that back when Skidoo first came to Lancaster. Bob Bottoms, and to try to bring the price down on the machine, he found out that it was either Canada put a tariff on the engine going into Canada, or the United States was putting a tariff on the engine coming into the United States. I don't know which one it was, but either one, they were putting a tariff on that Kohler engine. And to get out of that, what Bottoms did was he bought the Kohler engine directly from Kohler out in Wisconsin, and they shipped him the engines, and he got the bare chassis down from Canada, and they put the engines on there at the dealer at Timberland. And that's how they dropped the price down $100 or whatever it was.
Nice.
Yeah. So Elliot Hutchins did the same thing, apparently.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. And Robert, any thoughts on what we've been looking at here? Or?
No, I mean, like I said, hopefully we get good weather and have a good turnout, and really appreciate. Like I said, the more the merrier. Everybody's welcome. So, yeah.
Yes. In fact, I'm going to pop the graphic, and if you want to talk up the show one more time.
Yeah, like I said, we have hot dogs and soups and chilies and stuff to drink, and heat in the shop there. Got tables in the shop. People want to sit down if you got little kids, whatever. And door prizes here. We're going to have a 50-50 raffle. And then, like I said, we get 15-20 door prizes from local businesses and stuff. And we give them out with the tickets. And after the show, we usually do a ride, a 10-mile or whatever ride there, and try to do a different loop this year than what we have, because the last couple of years there seems like every year that we would lose our snow there and down low, so we'd head up in the hills there, torn on the pipeline there, and there'd be decent snow up there.
Yeah.
High elevation, yeah.
Nice. And this is January 31st, just in a few weeks here. Newport Ctr, Vermont, right off Route 100 on Tetreault Road. Definitely an excellent show you don't want to miss. The quality that comes to the show is just, as you've seen here tonight, the quality is just incredible.
Mm-hmm.
And then you were talking about that ride that everyone does at the end. So what they do is they have the trophies and everything and the awards and the raffle things that they give out, and then they do the ride.
Yeah.
And then to close things out, I've got a video clip of them leaving for that ride. So we'll take a look at that real quick, and then we'll come back for final comments. How does that sound?
Sounds good to me.
Good. Yes, look at that. Yeah, so good times right there. Newport Ctr, Vermont.
More shows ought to have a little ride after they have the show. That would be fun.
Right.
Yes,
That's a
that
neat
adds a lot to
idea.
it.
You know, do a little 20, 25-mile ride after
And we
your
have
show.
somebody follow along in case somebody does break down there. We're not going to leave nobody behind. So,
Oh,
Well, I
good.
mean, that's the fun of owning one is taking it out for a little spin.
Right.
You know.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
have more fun with
that's
the old,
cool.
my old ones than my new ones.
You're gonna get a breakdown. It's they broke down when they were new. Let's face it, though. Back then.
Yeah.
So you're gonna get a breakdown, but you get a sweeper behind them and
Yeah, that's what
help
we
them
usually
out.
do. Somebody will come along and anybody
Yeah.
conks it. But,
Have a spare plug or something. And,
yeah, I have more fun with them old ones than I do my new ones. So, yeah.
I believe it. Yeah.
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 I
It's a
saw a
time where-
Mercury for that gentleman or whoever it was that
Trail
Yes,
twister.
the trail
wanted
twister.
to see a I saw a Mercury, so
Yes.
we satisfied everybody tonight.
Yes. Yeah, and I'm going to pop that graphic one more time. Anyone who's in northern Vermont, you do not want to miss the Tetreault family Vintage Snowmobile Show. They do it in association with the Country Rider Snowmobile Club, January 31st, right off Route 100, Newport Ctr, Vermont. Don't miss it, man. It is a whole lot of fun. Anything to add to that, Robert? Or?
No, and then again, like we're having a 50th Snowmobile Club's 50th anniversary party this Saturday at the Legion in North Troy, and same thing with that. It's free to all past and present VAST members, and we're gonna have a lot of like the old founding members are gonna be there and stuff, and yeah. So like when the first groomer that the club bought, it was called the Lucky Seven because there's actually 7 guys that signed a note for it at the bank. It was my father and Joe DeRushy, Rail DeRushy, Leo Patno. There's a bunch of guys around town, and that's what they had named it, the Lucky Seven, because
That's cool.
yeah,
That's nice.
That's cool.
That's cool to hear those old stories. And I imagine there'll be a lot of old stories told that day.
oh yeah,
Yeah, that's cool. And it sounds like you're going to have live music and dancing and everything.
yeah.
Yeah, that's a good time.
Legion's putting on the meal, so
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Cool.
We've got one more comment that's come in. Here we go. Mad Dog says, nice show. Have a good night, boys. Do the snow dance. Yes.
yeah.
Get some snow for everybody here so we can do some riding.
Yeah, definitely.
So, but yeah, so it's time to wind it down. But thank you, Robert, for coming on. Thank you to Midge.
Definitely.
Thank you to all the viewers. Think snow, like he said, like Mad Dog said, think snow, so we can all have some good conditions here for some riding and good times.
Yeah.
But yeah, and do check out that. I'm going to pop that graphic one last time. If you're in northern Vermont, you do not want to miss this show, January 31st, Newport Ctr, Vermont, right off Route 100. It's an excellent show, as you've seen tonight. But as always, we give the last word to Amsoil, and we'll catch up with you with another live podcast next week.
Good night, gentlemen.
Have a good one, everybody.
Yeah, nice talking to you.
Yes, you too. Hello, everyone. This is Rob and Mike. How you doing today, Rob?
I'm doing good. Mike, yourself?
Very well. Thank you so much for coming on. I appreciate it. Now, today, we're going to be talking about Amsoil. And in a few moments, we're going to show you how you can get the deepest discounts, free shipping, and free gifts when you order your Amsoil products through us. But first, I'm going to ask Rob to give you a quick description of what Amsoil is and why you should consider using Amsoil products in your motorized vehicles.
Thanks, Mike. Amsoil is 100% synthetic oil. Everybody uses Amsoil for a different reason. Some people like the benefits that Amsoil is warranted for 25,000 miles or 1 year. The reason we can do that is because Amsoil doesn't oxidize. It doesn't form the usual carbons, gums, sludges like petroleum oils do. That's why we can keep it in the engines longer. Petroleum oils never do wear out. They oxidize themselves. That's why they have to be changed at 3,000 kilometers. And Amsoil likes the benefit that you only have to change the oil once a year. That saves some money. Some of the people like the benefit of Amsoil is it's a slipperier type lube. By having a slipperier type lube, it cuts down friction drag. By less friction and drag, engines run 20 to 50 degrees cooler, better gas mileage. Now, Amsoil says 25% more protection than the industry requires is in the Amsoil bottles. My average customer gets about 10% increase in gas mileage. That's a big savings.
Yeah.
And by cutting down friction and drag, for every 10 degrees you cut down the friction and drag, doubles the life of the engine. So by having the engine run cooler, it makes it last longer. Some people like the benefit of the range of the Amsoil. Amsoil's flash point is 425 degrees, and it pours at 50 below zero.
Wow.
If you ever tried petroleum oil when it's 10 below, it turns to honey. And in the summertime, petroleum oil thins out, and once it thins out, that's when it starts breaking down. So Amsoil is an all-season oil, can give you better gas mileage, longer engine life, less maintenance. It ends up being cheaper over a year's time running Amsoil than it is petroleum oils.
That's amazing. That's amazing. And AMSOIL is available for pretty much any motorized vehicle, anything from lawn equipment, cars, trucks, boats, ATVs, motorcycles, snowmobiles.
Yep. And a lot of people phone me up and say, well, what's the benefit of our gear loop? Exactly what I told you about the engine oil. It pours in cold weather, it runs cooler, makes the equipment last longer. And they say, well, what's the benefit of the small engine? Same thing. Makes the engine run cooler, last longer, better performance. So it saves on all the applications that AMSOIL has available.
Wonderful, wonderful. So yeah, let's talk now. Hopefully this has convinced people to think about maybe joining us in the AMSOIL experience. Let's talk about some of the discounts and free shipping and how that all happens. I'm going to pop a graphic on the screen. And yeah, by all means, if you want to talk people through how this preferred customer program works.
AMSOIL has a number of different programs. One of our main ones is a catalog customer, where somebody can order directly out of our catalog. If they order out of the catalog, they order $100 worth, AMSOIL will ship it right to their house. But our best program is our preferred customer. For only $10 for 6 months, you become a preferred customer. You save 25% on all the product. You order $100 worth, they're going to give you free shipping. You don't have to order a whole case. You can mix and match. Say you want 4 bottles of small engine, 7 bottles of 5W30, and a couple of gear loops. You can mix and match. You can order 1 bottle at a time if you want. There's no minimums, no maximums. By being a preferred customer, you save over 25% on all the products you're going to buy. AMSOIL sends you extra gifts, a $5 gift certificate on your birthday, $5 when you renew your account, and stuff like that. So it's a good way to save on some of the products you want to buy.
For sure, for sure. Yeah, it's an incredible value. And this is the deepest level of discount that anyone can get when ordering AMSOIL. Is that correct?
It is. It is.
Wonderful, wonderful. So let's take people through the step-by-step experience of placing an AMSOIL order. Then that would include signing up for the preferred customer preferred customer program, so they can receive those deepest levels of discount. So let's go to the website. This is what the website's going to look like. These are some screenshots. Once you go to amsoil.com, there's a link in the description, or you can just type that into a browser, amsoil.com. This is the page you land on. At the upper corner of the page there, you see how I've circled in red. That is the link to click, the Join Now link. That will take you to the Preferred Customer Program page, where you can take advantage of all these discounts and free shipping and everything that we've just been talking about. This is what that page looks like. In the lower right, you're going to click Join Now. This will pop up. You select the duration you'd like, whether it's 6 months or 12 months, and click Add to Cart. Now, once this pop-up goes away, you'll be back on the main page. And the upper left, you'll see where I've got that red arrow. It says Shop. Now you can start shopping for products, and on your very first order, you're going to get these discounts and the free shipping as long as it's over $100. You'll get all of these benefits right away. So once you click Shop, it's going to take you to the product page. There's different types of oils, lubricants, so on and so forth. For the benefit of this exercise we're doing now, I'm just going to click motor oil. It shows different types of motor oil. Let's click gasoline. Now this takes us to an item. It's their synthetic motor oil. And you can see the item there, and there's choices for different viscosities. But take a look at the price. Let's take a closer look. Let's zoom in. But if you've joined the preferred customer program first, you're going to automatically get the deepest levels of discount. That's what we're looking at here. You're saving $3.80 on that quart of oil. Instead of paying $16.29, you're now paying $12.49 for that quart of oil. That is the deepest level of discount you can possibly get. And then you just add the quantity that you'd like. You select any other items that you're thinking about, add them to the cart. And once you click Add to Cart for the final time, you're going to see this come up at the top of the screen. It's going to show your items and your the total that you're at so far. Pardon me. And then you just click View Cart in the upper right, and that'll take you to your cart. Take a close look here at the upper right. That blue box shows that you're getting free shipping. You're eligible for free shipping on this order because it's over $100. That little yellow box shows that you've got the preferred customer membership on your order. That gives you the deepest levels of discounts for the next 6 to 12 months. And then below that, you've got the items that have been selected. For the exercise here, I selected 9 quarts of the signature series, but that brings us up over $100 for the free shipping. We're saving $34.20. And if you're ready to finish, you click Checkout Now, and that takes you to this screen here. If you haven't signed up with an AMSOIL account at this point, just click in the lower right to create an account, create a new account. It's going to ask you for some basic information, name and those types of things. Now let's take a closer look. You'll see this gray shaded box. This is a very important box. This is going to ask you if someone has referred you to AMSOIL. And if so, please enter my name. My name is Mike LaPierre. It's spelled right there on the screen for the correct spelling. And also the referral number, 304-555-94. That's how you make sure that Rob and I get credit for this. Now, in the interest of full disclosure, I have signed up for AMSOIL under Rob. So when you order using this referral number, Rob and I both benefit. So if you enjoy these podcasts that we're doing, this is a wonderful way to support the podcast, because when you order using this referral number, Rob and I both benefit. And the commissions I make go directly toward offsetting the cost of doing these podcasts. So I thank you in advance for that, for using my referral number. I very much appreciate it. And once you've done that, you just go into the next screen to enter your payment information, and you're done. Now, once you've placed your order that's over $100, and that order includes your AMSOIL Preferred Customer Program, you are now eligible to get a free DVD from myself. Now, this is going to be either a muscle car DVD or a vintage snowmobile DVD. Use the email address on the screen, wkspodcasts@gmail.com. Send me an email. Let me know which DVD you would like me to send you, the muscle car or the vintage snowmobile DVD, and I'll get that right out to you. As you're typing in that email, in the subject line, be sure and type in capital letters "free DVD requests" so it stands out as I'm checking my email, and we'll get that right out to you. So I guess the last thing, Rob, that we wanted to talk about is if someone is considering AMSOIL as a business opportunity.
Yes. If anybody has a retail or a commercial account and they would like to buy directly from AMSOIL, just send Mike a line. He'll show you how to set up and you can buy directly from AMSOIL. But if you are interested in starting your own part-time business, a part-time business that can grow into a full-time income, Mike and I will show you the AMSOIL marketing plan. AMSOIL has a large selection of products that cover almost every application. So it doesn't matter if you're into snowmobile, boating, or ATVing or hot rods, we have an oil for every application. It's a fun type business that I really enjoy doing. Where else can I go and have fun and make money doing it? And Mike and I are here to help you all the way along. If you need any help on how to promote or to find new accounts, we're here to help you.
For sure. So when you sign up under that number, this 304-555-94, you're getting Rob and I as a team. Now, Rob has been doing AMSOIL for 40 years. Can you believe that? 40 years. So he knows every aspect of this business, and he knows all of the ins and outs of the products. So he'll be able to help you with any kind of product questions or any kind of questions to show you the different business models that you can do with AMSOIL. And then the other thing that you get when you sign up under me is I've got a strong background in social media. So if you need some coaching on how to generate AMSOIL leads using Facebook and YouTube, I'm happy to coach you with that when you sign up under Rob and I. You get both of us as a team to help you, to coach you, to support you, whatever you need to get you off and running with this business and having fun with it. Like Rob said, it's an enormous amount of fun. If you're like Rob and I and you enjoy going to any kind of boat shows, car shows, motorcycle shows, snowmobile shows, anything with a motor, you like going to those shows, those events, those races, this is a great way to turn that into a income opportunity for you.
Yes. And just by wearing my AMSOIL hat at one of these events, people come up and ask me about AMSOIL. People don't know where to buy it, and I'm there to help them, show them where they can buy the product.
Perfect. Well, cool. Well, this is great. Any final thoughts, Rob, before we wrap it up?
AMSOIL's a fun business. AMSOIL's been around since 1968. It was the first synthetic oil to be AI approved.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing. And that's very early in the game too, isn't it?
Yes.
For sure. Well, good. Well, thank you so much, everyone, for viewing. Hopefully, we've gotten you excited as we are about the AMSOIL products. We'd love it if you could join us either as someone who uses the AMSOIL products or to join the AMSOIL team as a business opportunity. And we thank you so much for viewing. Have a great day.
You have a good day.